Recently, I went into the office with my team. There's about 10 of us there, and we got onto the topic of university. And I realised I was the only one in the room who went to university and had a degree. And since it's been 10 years since I graduated in July 2012 with a bachelor's degree in philosophy from Cardiff University with a 2-1. I've been thinking a lot about university recently, mainly because I'm in a job which doesn't require a degree, especially a philosophy degree. So I want to just discuss quickly about whether university was worth it from my own personal perspective. When I was 17, 18 years old and making that decision whether to go to university or not, what drove it is that, I guess, firstly, I had the grades to go, as I had the opportunity to go. And secondly, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. So I just chose my favorite subject at high school and decided to do that at university. And it comes to my first point, that why I liked university is that it gave me that buffer time. I took a gap year before university as well to travel around Europe, and then went to university to study for 3 years. So that gave me that extra time to mature, live on my own, figure out what I really wanted to do. My second point is that the university had a careers department that helped me write a CV or resume and gave me some advice at least about what I could do with my degree and what options to do next. My degree also gave me some very transferable skills. I think the key thing in a philosophy degree is that critical thinking mentality, the ability to get your ideas across both verbally and in writing. And lastly, I think the experience of university is amazing. I got to move out and live on my own and all of those life skills that are essential. I got to meet so many new friends, including Bonnie, who's now my wife. And I also got to experience so many cool new things, like, for example, trying out new sports like lacrosse and kickboxing. Now, there are, of course, negatives. I definitely want to point out that when I went to university, it was about a third of the cost that it is now. We're talking like £3,000 a year for a course. Most courses in the UK now £9,000, and so most kids are really factoring in that financial implication. It also takes a considerable amount of time. 3 years where you are studying, whereas someone might be more inclined to get straight into work and learn in that style instead. And also, I mentioned transferable skills, but they're not vocational skills. These are skills that you have to adapt to the workplace. I think about all of the people that I did my philosophy degree with, and we're all in so many different jobs. You come out of university not having a defined path, at least. You've just got a bit of paper that says you're clever and you committed to something for 3 years, but it's not a definite route, much like other degrees, like, I don't know, medicine, where if you do that degree, you're going to be a doctor or in a related field. So let's get back to my original question, which was, should I have gone to university? Was it even worth it? Now that I'm in a job that doesn't even require a degree, and my answer is definitely yes. And that's because I wouldn't be where I am now without my degree. I wouldn't have met my wife and would have made so many amazing friends. And I loved that time, the buffer it took from the age of 18 between the ages of 22. I'm a very different person, and by the time I finished university I was incredibly driven, and I discovered recruiting and I knew I wanted to get into that. I think if I went straight into the workplace at the age of 18 out of high school, I have no idea where I would have ended up. I would have just got like a random job and figured it out over time. And to be honest, I did enjoy studying. I really enjoyed my time at university and enjoyed my degree. So I may not have needed one now, but it allowed me the time to figure things out. And yeah, that's my view on university. I'd love for you to tell me your thoughts on whether you came from the University of Life or you studied a bachelor's, master's, PhD, whatever it is. I'd love to hear about it and comment below. Okay, bye.